Do we know when Shohei's pitching next?
Yeah, Shohei is, he's going on Sunday, and it's Sunday with Robo.
With Rogalewski this time?
Yeah.
Why the switch?
I think it's just more of, that's just kind of what we're talking about, so I know you guys are holding me to it, but I think it's Sunday.
Do you have any plan of giving him a day off?
No.
No?
No.
Not either?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Will Kasperius make a start at some point this week?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, obviously he pitched both the other day. What was that, Saturday? And then Sunday, obviously on the heels of being kind of under the weather, seeing how he is. So we'll see where he's at come this weekend and kind of how he's feeling.
Can you report on Roki aside?
Yeah, Roki's been trending. Roki's pain-free, flat ground, the velocity, the effort, intensity, all that stuff has really ticked up. So it's been good. Physically, he looks good. Kind of, like I said, the intensity of the throw, all that stuff. So I'm not sure when he's going to get on the mound, but pretty optimistic.
Mentally, do you feel like he's got it, you know?
I do. I think that I think it's going to be a good thing for him to get away a little bit out of this kind of hot box of performance, get healthy, get stronger, and then, you know, missing baseball a little bit as far as competing. And so I think he's feeling it where he wants to get back, and that's a good thing when, you know, you get a talented young player who's really motivated to get back, and he's healthy.
Is Rojas' hand?
Good. I just talked to him a little bit ago, and he says a little sore, but hit today in the cage, and certainly it's his glove hand, so that won't affect the defense. And now we know it won't affect that. Thanks, guys. Yep.
Well, Max, the All-Star game is around the corner. You're in the conversation, hoping to make it to that next round. But what would it mean to you to be named an All-Star at third base?
You know, it would mean a lot. Be the first one at third base, and the way this one is set up, it's, you know, whether I make it or not, I think is up to the fans. And so I think being able to make it would be extra special, knowing that the fans got me there, and that's something that, you know, I would obviously cherish a lot with how this year started.
Yeah, and they see the hard work that you've put in. When did you find just things kind of turned the corner, that confidence of being that guy at third base really stepped in for you?
You know, it's been a long process, but, you know, offensively, I've talked about it a bunch. There was a game against Arizona early in May where I had a big hit late in the game, and just like the way I was able to hit that ball, you know, getting on top of a high fastball, getting it on the ground, that's really been the turning point for me, was getting that feeling back in my head, because that was something that I was so good at, you know, early on in my career and before my elbow injury. I was able to really get to the high fastball and be on top of it, not just hit it. It was be on top of the high fastball. And so for me, being able to get back to doing that, you know, that gave me all the confidence in the world, knowing I can get back to doing, you know, that in the batter's box.
We've been hearing, I love when Eric Karros is in the booth, you always hear the do it months whenever something amazing happens for you at third base. We've been hearing a lot of do it months as of late. When it comes to just defensively getting that confidence, knowing you are that guy at third base, when do you think that specifically clicked for you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing on defense as an offense. You know, you just got to get a couple of plays underneath your belt. You know, you make a couple of routine plays, and then you get a little confidence back, and then you start making the better plays, and then you just start feeling like yourself, and you feel natural, and you're not overthinking things, and the game slows down for you a little bit. And, you know, that's just been a slow process as well. And, you know, early on in the year, it felt like it was very sped up out there on defense. You know, everything felt like it was, you know, hit at me 110 miles an hour, even though it wasn't. And, you know, now there's been some balls that have been hit at me over 100 miles an hour, and they feel like they've been hit slow. And, you know, that's just kind of the cycle of baseball. You just have to, you know, move in and out of things, and just, you know, find ways to navigate it. And, you know, that's what I've been doing.
Coming out of Yoshinobu's last start, and one, it'd be amazing to see him be an all-star along with you when it comes to the game in Atlanta this year. But coming out of his last start, you said that the stuff was in a position where you felt like he could have probably pitched all 9 innings. What made him so special in Colorado?
I think, for me, just watching him, the big thing is when he can throw his split for a strike and, down in the zone also, not leaving it over the heart of the plate. And, that was the pitch that he was commanding in Colorado, which is pretty rare because, changeups and splitters are a pitch that most guys don't command in Colorado in that altitude. And for him to be able to do that, it was kind of like, okay, that's a good sign. Right out of the gate, we saw that. It was, all right, that's a good sign. And, it's going to be a good game. And sure enough, it was.
Yeah. Clayton Kershaw takes the mound tomorrow. And you've had the opportunity to play behind him now for a handful of years. To see him achieve 3,000 strikeouts, how special would that be for Clayton?
I mean, he might be one of the last guys to accomplish that feat. It's it's going to be really special. Whether it happens this game or the next one, he's going to get there. And I'm extremely excited to be able to share the field with him while he's doing that. And even if I'm on the bench for that game, it's something that's it's going to be just a special moment that I hope he gets to do it at home and gets to share it with the Dodger fans, because I know it'll be a very special day. And it's just an accomplishment that you're talking about a career's worth of goals all lining up, and for him, it's kind of the last thing for him.
On the bus, what time BP starts, when you're going to throw, then you get done, and then you realize you got to get on a regular plane. Your bags get lost. You got to go to the carousel and pick it up. Boy, you travel in the big leagues. They take the bags for you, deliver it to your room.
Ooh, Alan Porter caught a piece of that foul ball.
Boy, this is one of the bad tools of the trade, a deflection. Looks like it right off that kneecap, even though he's wearing a shin guard. Maybe we ought to demo that tomorrow, give our viewers something to look at.
Are you willing to do it?
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, you're volunteering me.
I'll get Chris Withers, our producer. There's another look at it right here. Deflection right off the knee. You can see him grab for it right there.
You don't think I've learned my lesson in Toronto, volunteering for things?
Yeah, I get it, but I'd like to put a pair of shin guards on you tomorrow. Go out there with a fungo and hit some bullets off your knee and say, come on, rub some dirt on it, John. It'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'd love to do that.
I'll tell you what, you really have to be a tough guy to be a home plate umpire. You've got to bear down. You've got pitchers throwing 95 to 100 miles an hour. You're really at the mercy of the catcher trying to protect. There's nothing you can do there. That ball just deflects. Even though he's wearing the shin guard, you can see Ohtani give him a little pat on the back. Tough job. I think what gets lost in the two is they don't travel like the big league guys. They have to get on commercial flights, get to the next city. They're not hopping on a charter like the players are.
You could tell Kyle Teal asked him where that gets you, and he told me to face Kyle Teal. Maybe, oh, I know what that feels like. So Alan Porter is back locked in behind the plate. 2-2 pitch. And the curveball missing outside. It is a full count here to Shohei Ohtani, who is 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a strikeout in his last at bat.
Yeah, that's kind of been the story of Shane tonight, getting 2-ball, 2-strike counts.
This one high in the air, deep to right field. And this one is gone. When Ohtani gets a hold of one, it goes a long way. His 30th home run of the season. And the Dodgers take a 6-1 lead.
Yeah, he's just so big and strong, and he handles the ball just about everywhere. He has those long arms. Tremendous power to all fields. You go back to that at bat, the 2-2 breaking ball that was up and away. Gave Ohtani another swing, go pitch by pitch. Good curveball to start the at bat off. Another curveball, he backed into it. Nice little cutter, get ahead 1-2. A backdoor breaking ball misses. And here it is, the cutter that's down and in.
Wait, there's not too much familiarity when it came up to facing Shane Smith. What were you seeing from him just to put the incredible swing you had today?
前に対戦してない先発ピッチャーですけども、どう対策を立てて打ったんですか？最初の2打席は抑えられましたし、3打席目で
最後いいスイングができたので、今日はやっぱり由伸が素晴らしい仕事をしてくれたので良かったなと思います。
Two at bats, he really got me, but the third at bat, I was able to get him back. But I think, kudos to Yoshinobu, who really had a great outing today.
You've already been voted into the All-Star game. To see Yoshinobu have an All-Star performance, to see players like Andy Pajes, how special would it be for them to be competing with you in the game?
吉信とかパヘスも今オールスターに向けて頑張ってますけども、オールスターに向けての活躍っていうのはどこまで期待していますか？
本当にどちらの選手も、みんなそうですけどふさわしい成績じゃないかなと思うので、ドジャースから多くの選手がオールスターで一緒にプレーできれば嬉しいなと思います。
I really think they both deserve the nod with the way they're performing, just so as much as the other guys on the team. So very much looking forward to having a lot of Dodgers on that squad.
All right, you guys picked up the first win of this series, so congratulations on this one, you guys.
Thank you.
Shohei Ohtani, the starting designated hitter for the National League in the All-Star